Oh, they're excellent. It's been great, and they're normally out within 24 to 48 hours, and they've been able to fix mostly everything that I had a problem with. In today's society, as hard as it is to get anybody to do anything or call back, I think it's a fantastic asset to the community that we're able to make one phone call within 24, 48 hours, like I've said, somebody's there. I tell them that they're greatly appreciated and they're all an asset to the organization, and we truly needed them, and I would think that everyone they have has been great. All the volunteers have been great. They know what they're doing. And for people like me that have no idea what they're doing, it's definitely good.
I've been in the NORC program, a NORC member for quite a few years when I was actually in my early 60s. And I've used their services quite a bit. I am so happy and so grateful. For one, as simple things like putting on a new toilet seat, and I've used computer service very much. I used Diane Levy for one, she's a whiz, and Brad Abel hung many pictures for us, and because we bought another condo, and I couldn't have done that.
A number of times we weren't quite sure how to approach a particular task or problem, but we called the volunteers, and they were great for troubleshooting.
I think it's wonderful, and you know, living alone and all that, like many people, widowed, divorcees, even single people, and you're afraid to let people in your house, your condo, your apartment. With NORC, they've all been screened and they've been checked out, and they have their badges, and you know everything is A-okay, you know. Thank you so much for all what you do, your time, your patience, your help, for volunteering, and you're great. We love you.
And also, I would add, continue further with your great store of patience and understanding.
Awesome. My name is Jo Grove, and I live out at Covenant Place. I must say that I have been so very impressed with the volunteers who have come out to assist me. NORC is a tremendous organization, and without them and their volunteers, seniors like me would have a very difficult time. I've had 2 or 3 volunteers out. I've been extremely impressed. All of the other volunteers as well, the computer technicians and specialists. So I am just delighted with NORC and the volunteers. You guys do a terrific job. Well, it's certainly, as I said, for seniors like me, there's so many things that we can't do anymore. And I am visually impaired, and so it's especially difficult. So it's a relief to know that there's some place that we can go and call to get help, especially when family members are not close by or maybe not available when we need them for us. And the nice thing is that they know what they're doing, and so we appreciate that very much.
Well, I've received a great deal of help from the volunteers on many things. The biggest one is with help with the computer. I've been really grateful. In fact, I've been able to keep I just changed computers, but I was able to keep my old one longer because the volunteer kept fixing it for me. I wouldn't be able to do what I do at the level that I do it without the volunteers. It enables me to be more creative and to be more effective because I can get some help. You know, a lot of times you just need a little bit of support and then you can go on. And it provides that support for me. Well, it makes me feel more secure, which takes the stress off. You know? And I think ultimately it makes you healthier, you know, because you don't have that strain. So it makes me not feel so vulnerable, knowing that I've got, again, an organization and really caring people to come help. It's like, thank you. You're an essential ingredient in my life. Thank you very much.
They've been wonderful. Whatever I call them, they're always able to come within a short length of time. I don't know if you can see behind me, that door was off the track. They fixed that. They put my license plates on my car. They moved my sewing machine from one room to another. They opened my window from the storm door. I couldn't open that. Oh, a big thing. A man came and turned my mattress, and then he says, "I'll put the sheets on for you." I thought that was really impressive. Oh, the man that fixed the door, then he went around to the other doors that had handles and tightened all the screws. I didn't ask him to do that. I think they've all done more than they've come for. But they always ask if there's something else they could do. They never leave just like that. It means 150%, because I don't have anybody to rely on. I think they have to be nice people to begin with to want to help other people that aren't able to help themselves anymore. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it up.
Hi, my name's Mary Bolger. I've been a member of NORC since it first began. The reason I love NORC is because the volunteer service is wonderful. I've used the computer people who are Shelley Landau and also Eric Harris, and they're wonderful. Shelley's been over in my house several times. They've helped me with different problems. And Eric was over, and he also was very helpful. It's really great because those small things, you'd really pay a lot of money to have a handyman come out and do these repairs, and it's wonderful to have the volunteers. I would just tell them thank you so much for their service. They're just doing a great service for seniors, and so we really appreciate you, and I hope you'll continue to help us all seniors.
Right. Everything from helping me change a light bulb in a lamp that is hanging from the ceiling that I need two people to do, to putting a weather strip on my front door, to changing the door handle on the door between the garage and the kitchen. They're just handymen like I'm not. I was never a handyman. Living in a house and then living in an apartment and now in a condo, I'm not a good handyman, so this has provided me with amazing service for the fee that I pay. And I'm glad of the organization. My wife said, and I'll quote, the volunteers are people who love what they do and want to give back to the community. And that's what we think it really is. And St. Louis is big on that. St. Louis is a great giving city. And luckily NORC has been able to find a lot of volunteers.
In the past, I've been having a lot of problems with my computer and Word. And every time I'd copy a document, it would come out in the size of a postage stamp. We called NORC, and NORC sent a young guy over by the name of Sheldon Landau. And he's really a neat guy. He really knows his stuff. Went downstairs, turned on the computer, and he started working on it. And so now my picture comes out at a full size, and I can read it, and I'm really happy. The guy did a great job. I think it's really great because they come, and not only that, when you talk to them, they tell you who's going to send over, and they have the person call. You don't have to wait a week. I think I waited 30 hours or something, a day and a half.
I really appreciate all the help that NORC gives you and the promptness, and I enjoy all of the volunteers for what they do.
Hi, I'm Marge. I've been a NORC person for many, many years, and I have had the most wonderful volunteers. I don't think I have ever had a clinker. They have all been great. The latest one was a very tall gentleman. He was close to 7 feet tall, and I'm not exaggerating, and he came to change light bulbs and to look at the sensor over my garage. Did not need a ladder. I was very impressed, and he did everything wonderfully. But the beauty of these volunteers is they all have regular jobs. They all have other responsibilities, their family and such, but they donate their time to help others. Having the NORC volunteers gives me security. I would say that I just admire them, not only for taking care of their own, but giving up their time to be with their family or whatever else they want to do and donate their time to us. I think that is really admirable.
Absolutely terrific. I am so glad to have them just to do the lighting or move stuff for me. It's really been very, very helpful. I appreciate everything that they can do. Pete has been unbelievable because he can do anything. And other people, I've had some other people help with painting or doing some stuff like that, and they've been very helpful also, or fixing cabinet doors that don't work. Little bitty things that you can't do yourself anymore. It means a lot. Usually, if you're trying to get an electrician or get this or get that, they never call you back. And then you have to pay for each little thing, and that gets very expensive when you're retired and don't have the same kind of income coming in. So I do appreciate all that. I really, really appreciate everything that you have done. Keep it up.
Oh, NORC has been a lifesaver. I wouldn't have been able to be in this house without them. Even the light bulbs, they've done that. They've changed my mattress around, which definitely I couldn't do. I think I probably would have had to have moved out of here, or else go around in the dark with all the lights out. It's like a necessity. Thank you. You're just so amazing and so necessary to our maintenance of a nice life. So that's it. They're just great.
Hello, I'm Marion Shapiro, and I've had NORC volunteers, and I've been very happy with what they've been able to help me with. For example, if my computer isn't working, I can get a volunteer for that. I've had a volunteer for a fancy light bulb for reading, and in general, it's a very nice service. It means a lot to me because, at my age, I don't have family in town, and NORC is kind of a pseudo-family. It helps me cope with situations in my home. Well, I would tell them that I appreciate the fact that they are volunteers and that they've signed up to help, and that hopefully they would continue to do that.
Okay. Well, my experiences with the NORC volunteers has been very good. They've always been very friendly and helpful, and I appreciate the fact that it helps us be able to stay in our homes, not have to leave. And like most of my experience has been with the computer help. Eric Harris was the last person that was out. He was very helpful. And before that was Richard Walker. And a couple years ago, I had someone came out and helped me with my shower head in my bathroom, which was helpful. So I just really appreciate them. I think it's a wonderful thing that they do to give up their time and their talent to help us out. Well, that's wonderful because you can depend on these people. People from NORC have made sure that they're going to be responsible and do the right thing and everything. So, yeah, because sometimes you don't know who to call. So this is great. You call NORC and they seem to have a volunteer that's able to do most anything. Just thank you very much for giving up your time and for helping us out. I appreciate it.
They were prompt. They knew what they were doing. Courteous to a fault, and it was a good experience, and we love staying in our own place, and they make it possible. So yeah, we're pleased.
Yeah, Jerry's 85 and I'm 81, so neither of us can go up ladders or do anything like that. They're amazing. They come in and they go to work and then they're out of here. It's fantastic. And they're, as Jerry said, they're very polite and very kind.
I can't praise them high enough. Yeah, they should live forever.
And it's really made it easier for us to stay here, which we like this area a lot. And as we age, you know, there's just things we can't do anymore. So it's nice to have the option of NORC. Oh, angels. Angels, they come in, they don't have a halo, but they should. They just, you know, they do good things. And we're both retired social workers, and we certainly appreciate people who do kind and thoughtful things and do it without a complaint.
So nice to see there are good people in the neighborhood willing to put themselves out for neighbors. That's, this day and age, it's a wonder. They come in, they do their work, and they get it done and finished, and out the door they go, aided by our well wishes and prayers.
And I think 4 volunteers over that many years, I guess. And they've all been for computer help. Because I live in this condo area, the people here will help me with it. And each one of them have been so kind and so patient. You know, I appreciate that more, their patience and, you know, no, you're fine, this isn't, no, you know, that's okay. To work myself up to the point where I go, I need to call NORC, takes a lot. And then I wonder what made me take so long. I want to mention one man in particular. Yash is so special. I consider him like my son almost. I mean, even though I don't see him very often, it just takes a lot of stress. I'm not used to being the one who uses volunteers, but the fact that I live in this community and this help is available means everything to me, and I share that with people. To all of you who've come here, thank you. And I look forward to seeing any of you again, and keep doing what you're doing. It means a lot. It means a lot to most people who are like me, who have a hard time reaching out. We don't like being dependent. I think the older we get, the more we feel that way. But that issue is gone from me now, at least in this area.
Well, I've had a lot of experience with them. Particularly, the first experience was with the computer. I've also had some experience with people with some of the volunteers who were like handy people. You know, they took care of plumbing and, you know, fixing some things and like that. And I was very satisfied with that because I'm telling you, if I were to add up all the cost of what that would have cost, that would have been tremendous. It's been very, very valuable. I mean, I really cannot stress just how much that has really helped us out a lot. Well, I would tell them to keep it up as long as they can. And because everyone that I talk to enjoys it. I mean, it's not a chore at all. They have been a great help to me, and from what I hear from other members that I know, like myself, they too speak very highly of them, and I do too. I mean, I really, really do. And I just, you know, hope to God that we keep them.
Well, I was really reticent to try the services because I'm one of those people that's always done it myself. You know, I'm very independent. So finally, I found myself on the 3rd step of a ladder upstairs. It was the top of my little ladder, on my tippy toes, trying to reach the smoke detector. And that's when I decided maybe I needed some help. And so I made a call to Joan, and someone came out right away and took care of that for me, and it was really wonderful. But I've had many things done. I had some problems with a toilet. It wasn't a big deal, but I didn't know how to fix it, so someone came out and took care of that for me. I had a gentleman come and hang a whole bunch of drapery rods for me. It's in my bedroom, and it looks really lovely. So I found that all the volunteers are just really wonderful. Oh, it's wonderful because these people are pre-screened. I don't have to worry about some stranger coming into my home. It was nice to call someone and have them come over right away. I think if I had to pay a plumber, I probably would have had at least a $50 fee just for the guy to show up, much less fix the thing. And so that makes a significant difference. Thank you so much for your service. You have no idea, I'm sure, how much it means to all the people that you come and help. We really do appreciate you.
Yes. Oh, it's wonderful. And it's a marvelous service. It's one that elderly people need because there's always little things that come up and we need help with them. And the people that come out are wonderful. They're so nice. And the other day I had somebody working here. He was here. It took him
Took 2 hours and then he came back again.
Yeah, he was so nice. And I said, I felt horrible. I said, you must have had a very hard job doing that. He came, he said, oh, I had a lot of fun doing it. So they even go out of their way to do other stuff for us. And it's really good. And for older people, it means a lot.
We want to stay in our own home.
We want to stay in our own home. Our home is the best place to be. So I can't say enough about the wonderful program it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, doing a wonderful job.
It's a wonderful organization.
We're so
And the
lucky
people
to
are
be
so
in it.
nice. I don't know how they get all these people.